Come along with me, if you will, as we take a walk down White Beach, Moalboal, Cebu, the Philippines. Now, White Beach is not as popular with foreign tourists as Panagsama Beach, which has the draw at Panagsama Beach is the sardine. The sardine runs the swimming with turtles, possibly. White Beach is about 5 kilometers away, a little less than 3 miles, and you can get a tricycle ride over here, hobble ride. Uh, Occasionally you'll see a taxi in town, but not too regularly. Moalboal is, if not the most popular place in Cebu Island, one of the most popular tourist destinations here. About a 3.5 hour ride from on a bus or taxi from Cebu City. I think a bus cost you right around, get distracted here on my walk, uh, maybe 200 pesos, something like that, about $4. Taxi would probably charge you somewhere around 3,000 to 4,000, 3,500, something like that. White Beach, as you can see, that's exactly what it is. It is a long, I've been here before, but I didn't realize how long it is. And we're going to take a walk all the way down and around the corner down there, the bend, and just really clear water. And you're on the sea, so you get the tides that come in and the tides that go out. And if you've been around the oceans or seas in the world, you understand how that works. But for the landlubbers of the world, it can be a big surprise when you come out to the water at one time of the day, and many hours later you might return for a swim, and the water is way out there. But anyway, you've got a great White Beach. You've got several resorts down here, and we'll take a look at some of the resort pricing. I'll go to a travel site and just kind of I'll plug in a date, and we'll look at some of the resorts and their costs to rent. Keeping in mind that these resorts can change their rates daily and weekly, monthly, depending upon demand.
Hello.
I can honestly tell you that I have not been here in the evening, so I don't know what the nightlife is like. Um, so that is something. If you've been down here at night, you can make a comment, please, and help the rest of us out. If you can see those mountains in the background, that is Negros Island. We're over on the west side of Cebu Island, and you're looking over at Negros Island, where you have Dumaguete and Bacolod City. There are ferries that can take you over to Negros. Yet you need to go south of Moalboal down towards Liloan and Santander. There are a couple of piers down there. It'll take you over towards Dumaguete. And then going north, I think up by Toledo, maybe a couple other places, there are piers that will take you a little further north on Negros Island. Couple things about Moalboal is that it is a big tourist area, and therefore a lot of the tourist type things are available. Like if you want to rent a motor scooter, generally I've heard quotes 300, 400, 500 pesos per day. 500 pesos, $10, 24 hours, and just the big range there, depend upon on the size of the bike, how new it is, I suppose. You will be approached by people over here that will want to take you to see the sardine run, for instance. Um, Various other water activities, perhaps. They've got a boat station nearby, and they can take you not so far over to Panagsama beach type area where you get the sardine runs. Perhaps there are other areas. I Several years ago I did some snorkeling down in this area. The tide was out. We had to walk out quite a ways. I didn't really see too much out here. Now, one of the issues with snorkeling is if you cannot dive down deeper, off you see where the water gets darker out there. That's where the water gets deeper. this lighter color blue. Pretty shallow. You can probably walk all the way out there to where the water gets darker, as a matter of fact. Now, what you'd call the high tourist season in the Philippines generally is October, November, December, maybe a little bit into January. A lot of overseas Filipino workers come back during the Christmas season, as well as many tourists from the cold climates, the northern hemispheres, that looking for a warm place to visit, vacation to. They will come during those months generally. Right now, August, September, you can get some really good deals on resorts and hotels. Still, even we had what, 2.5 or more travel restrictions, those sorts of things. My observation, in fact, I was talking to a girl that lives up on Bantayan Island, north of Cebu Island, and she went back home recently for a week, and I asked her about the tourism. She said, no, it's really pretty dead up there. And Bantayan Island is also a popular place to visit. You can take a ferry over from the north end of Cebu Island, as well as Malapascua Island up there. I've been over there, I think, 4 or 5 times. And worth the trip. Interesting places. Anyway, I suspect that it's going to take another year and a half. Not this winter, but the following winter. Hopefully, if there are no more travel restrictions, crazy health crises, different things that these governments come up with that put so many people out of work. They lose their businesses, they lose their livelihoods. If there aren't any more issues like that, we should see a bigger recovery a year from this big season, this big fall-winter season. Anyway, as you can see, this is a wonderful place if you just want to relax by a white sandy beach. Nice, clear, crystal clear water if you want to go swimming. I did see a few foreigners over in this area as I walked, but you can see, I think this was a Saturday afternoon, early afternoon, and very few people out here as I walk way down and around the corner. And I'm going back the other direction now, back towards the main beach. Anyway, let's take a look at some prices of resorts over here on White Beach, Moalboal. All right, I'm over on a site called agoda.com. I used them years ago, and then one time when I wanted to book something, they asked me for copies of a bunch of IDs, and they said, we'll destroy the information as soon as we verify it's you. But I had used their services for quite some time without any issues, so that I was in a hurry, and so I haven't used them since. But anyway, they came up in my list, and I put in September 15th to September 17th, a couple days, 2 adults, and I usually use booking.com. I've just gotten used to them, and they usually give me a decent deal. All right, Moalboal T-Breeze Coastal Resort. They've got parking and free Wi-Fi. That's important. For some of us, Halimana Coastal Gardens. 5,544, only one left. And what these booking sites do, they buy a certain number of rooms, and that's why they say they don't buy them all up. They make an offer. I'll pay you this much for this many rooms for these nights, and so you might think, well, they're out, but you can go to another site. Another site might have 2 or 3 or 4 rooms available. Dolphin House Resort and Spa, 5,210, only 2 left. Club Serena, I will have to admit I have not been in these. Magroon's Resto Bar Guest House, Moalboal Sea Turtle House, 1,543. Price has increased. Bonita Oasis. I have not stayed at any of these places or reviewed any of these places over on White Beach, so if you have, give us a heads up. Let us know what your opinion is. Breakfast parking, free Wi-Fi. Phillies. Ah, interesting. 1,620. I think that is not for the 2 nights. They quote you per night on their site, whereas Booking will give me a price if I'm staying 2 nights or 5 nights. They will give me the complete price rather than the daily rate. And jumping over here to Booking.com, and I've got White Beach, Moalboal, Cebu, Philippines, and September 14th through 16th, 2 adults, 1 room. And they've got, you'll find some of the sites, booking sites, worth checking other sites because they don't all list the same resorts. Some of the same ones and some other ones. And they, instead of giving 1 day price, they give the complete 2 day price or whatever, how many days you plan on staying in. So I don't remember seeing this in Agoda. I don't remember seeing this in Agoda. This was in Agoda. This was in Agoda. This was in Agoda. So you get an idea. Let's just click on this for a minute and see what we have. All right, Ravelina. I'm not familiar with that, but it looks like it's right on the beach. Appears to be right on the beach here. So that's I don't know, kitchen bar type area. I think that's the sea out there. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like a nice place. I would be interested in checking that out next time I'm down there, probably. Show me on the map. And what I definitely like about Booking.com is you can go to their map of an area, and the more you zoom in, the more prices you get. Generally, yeah, you get additional places popping up as you zoom into an area. Sea Turtle House, 2 rooms left, and this is for the prices for the 2 nights, so about 1,500 pesos per night. And so you have White Beach up here, and you have Panagsama Beach down in this area here, Pescador View. I booked there last time a little over a month ago and was unhappy. They apparently are some type of property management firm for other cottages, and instead of Pescador View being on the ocean, that type of thing, ended up putting me in a cottage about a block or half a block off the ocean, and wasn't a very nice room, number one. And then I complained. They moved me into a different room, and it still wasn't what I had booked. So not real happy about that.